As we enter into this third week of Advent, more fully into this third week of Advent, I'd like to, if I could, just go back a couple days to Sunday's liturgy and reread a little bit, just a couple of sentences from John's Gospel, where we heard this introduction of John the Baptist. Because in this is the introduction of this very important theme in John's Gospel, this theme of light. Jesus Christ is the light that dispels all darkness. And theologically, that's very important because up until then, the implied message in John's Gospel was that the world was covered in darkness. And how important then is this testimony to the light that we hear in these words. A man named John was sent from God. This was his mission. He came for testimony to testify to the light, so that all might believe through him. He was not the light, but he came to testify to the light. This was John's sole mission, in a way, simply to point out Jesus Christ, to say, that's the light of the world. That's the Lamb of God who takes away the sins of the world, as we hear later. Now, it says John was not the light, but I would say that he was a light that drew people to himself, a light that brought wonder to people, a light that brought maybe a sense of curiosity and maybe even a sense of hope in his own way, so that he might draw people to himself and then in turn point out Jesus Christ. And as Christians, I think our mission is quite similar. In our baptism, we're all baptized as other Christs, of course. But I think we could also see ourselves in a role as other John the Baptists, if you will, that we're called to point out Jesus Christ, that we're called to witness the Christ in the world, to point people toward Christ. And in order to do that, we have to recognize the light that burns inside each and every one of us. Now, this sounds corny, I know. We're the light of the world and all that stuff, but how true is this, and how much, or how important, should I say, is this? That we mirror the light of hope, the light of the world, Jesus Christ, and we share that light with others. Maybe our mission is as simple as that in this day and age that we live in, that seems so dark so often. And as I was singing about this, I was reminded of that corny little hymn that we used to sing when we were children. At least I think some of us did. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. A corny hymn, it seems now, but maybe much more serious in the day and age that we live in, when we go out into a world that seems so very dark. As we approach the manger, the nativity, this December 25th, we go, as I've been saying, with open arms, an open heart, an open soul, longing for the light of inside of ourselves, the very light of Christ that burns within us, to be enkindled again, so that people can see Christ mirrored through us. And then we simply walk away from the manger, having borne witness again that he is alive and well, that he was born into this world, and then we just mirror that light to those we encounter. Lord, in this last week and a half or so, until Christmas, allow yourself open to the fact that there's still a glimmer of light inside of you, inside of all of us. Let that light be rekindled. Let it mirror the light of Jesus Christ, so that we can simply go out into our small little worlds and bring hope to those that we encounter. May God's love be with you always. Stay safe. I know this pandemic is kicking up again. Please stay safe. If I don't see you, have a healthy, merry, joy-filled, hope-filled Christmas, and may the light of Christ be rekindled in you. God bless.